Well, now continue with the second audio. The second audio talk about the superstitions too, but in this opportunity we're going to talk about the superstition in my family, to talk in detail about them. Around our Colombia culture, there is a great variety of superstitions which had been influenced by different factors. Among them, we find both the experiential knowledge of the indigenous tribes as well as the influence of the Spain's conquistadors and the belief of the African slaves. When I was child, I heard many amazing stories that my maternal grandparents, aunts, uncles had experienced when they lived in a town called Carmen del Magdalena near to Pibijay town, the place where they were born and grew up before coming the city. In those towns, many witchcraft and sorcery activities were carried out by people who were dedicated to doing paranormal work so that other people did well or badly. According to my grandparents' story, the witches took the way or the form as a pig to enter to the house at night and be able to spy on or take personal objects from the victim to whom they were going to do the witchcraft work. Once they obtained the object, it allowed the sorceress to perform the work of sorcery that directly affect the target person. Sometimes the owners of the house managed to capture the pig and beat it up, and then set it free. The next day, they observed in the town which person had bruises on their body, and thus they identified who the sorcerers were. Previously, my family, we had believed different superstitions about luck, death, black animals, dreams, and some other topics. For example, if your right hand fell inch, that means that some money was going to be obtained by you. Once you scratch your hand, you should put in your pocket and drop the money there. And if the itch was on your left hand, that means that some money was going to be paid by you. Today, I understand that this really means that you had to wash your hands well to avoid infection. If at any time, other superstition, if at any time the salt was spilled, then that means that we were going to have bad luck that day. You couldn't go on their leader either, because that was bad luck too. It was forbidden to put the bag or your wallet on the ground because no money come to us. Another superstition that we had was having an aloe plant tied with a red ribbon and a piece of bread hung over the internal lintel of the main door. The meaning of this was as an amulet to prevent the entry of negative energy into the house, and also never have our fridge unoccupied because of the short age of money. Regarding dreams, we had believed that when we dream of a teeth or tooth falling out, it means that someone we knew was going to die. If the dream had to do with the marriage, it means that someone in the family was going to die. The instruction that existed was the whoever dreams needed to have to dream told to someone within 24 hours so that the negative effect of death will be cut off. When we had been celebrating the end of the year holiday, there were as many superstitions to perform on the last day of the year as they performed just at the moment when the bells ding, 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 were announcing the start of the new year. My family needs to have the table organized with a lot of food, and especially with a plate that contains many dry grains such as rice, beans, lentils, peas, etc., which were taken by the people in their hand when the bell sound and deposit in their pocket. This means that there would be no shortage of food in their home during the new year. Also that day of the end of the year, yellow underwear was used. 12 grapes were eaten when the bell is sound. All this to attract good luck. Some people would run with their suitcase around the block to have their vacation guarantee for the following year, maybe in order to have a good trips. Regarding animals, for example, if a black hornet or a brown butterfly flew inside the house, it was some nice person who would be visiting us. On the contrary, or an opposite way, if the butterfly that flew in the house was black, it means bad news for the family that involved death. That made us feel afraid, and we threw the butterfly out. Today, we no longer believe in any of those superstitions. Today, we no longer believe in any of those superstitions. There was an important change in our life when Jesus Christ was resided in our heart to help us take away all fears and set us free from all ties. We had blind belief in unreal things that had captured our attention and confidence. The word God has come into our lives to be edified by it, teaching us that we were as captive in those superstitions as blind man who doesn't want to recover his sight. We got the only mediator between God and man, Jesus Christ, to touch our lives, to transform them through His Holy Spirit. God in His Word, in the book of Galatians 5:20-22, say that those who are superstitious will not gain His kingdom. It is a promise that maintains our faith in the only owner of our life. That's all for this opportunity. See you soon. Bye-bye.